system is vicious.
For the past month or two, I've been obsessed with these Iceberg videos. Whether it's lost media, scary movies, or Lego Star Wars, if I see topic I'm interested in, Iceberg Explain, I'm clicking on it. I wanted to do one of these Iceberg videos, but there are a lot of better videos on the topics I would want to do, so I tried to find one that no one had done yet. With a quick Google search, I found a Tyler the Creator Iceberg on Reddit by user Enrique. This is them. Here's the username. I thought the Iceberg was a little short, and being a hardcore Tyler fan, I added some stuff and rearranged some topics, but the original Iceberg that I used to lay all this out was made by this guy. The main credit goes to him. I'll take like half. I think that's fair. Anyways, let's dive right into these icy waters. Earthquake. Earthquake is the lead and only single from Tyler's 6th album, Igor. It's one out of 2 of his platinum songs and is usually held in high regard amongst critics and fans alike. It's the second collaboration between Tyler and Playboi Carti. This is one of, if not, Tyler's most popular song. I'm gonna say the word Tyler so much, it's gonna sound so fucking weird by the end of this video. See You Again. His other platinum song, and another instance of one of, if not his most popular song, See You Again is the 4th single from Tyler's 5th album, Flower Boy. Another one held in high regard amongst fans and critics alike, but this song came from Flower Boy, Tyler's pivoting album where he drastically switched up his style, garnering more commercial success. This marked the 3rd collaboration with singer Kali Uchis, and it has the best live version out of any Tyler song I may add. Yonkers. Yonkers was Tyler's true breakout single, far from his first though. This was the song that helped Tyler begin to find true commercial success. It was extremely controversial due to its graphic lyrics by other artists, and Tyler had originally made this beat as a joke, mocking New York artists. Obviously, it worked out in his favor. She was the 3rd single from Goblin right after Yonkers and marked the first collaboration between Tyler and his longtime friend Frank Ocean. Also a controversial track talking about themes of and stalking. The music video is hilarious, but what else would you expect from Tyler? Flower Boy. Tyler's 5th album, Flower Boy, marked a transitional period in his music and his life. After his 4th album, Cherry Bomb, which featured a lot of experimentation, Tyler did a complete 180 from his typical style. He strayed away from the controversial topics of his previous work and focused more on himself and his headspace at the time. It's worth noting that this was Tyler's first Grammy nomination. Igor. Tyler's 6th album, Igor, was his most different to date, featuring some of the most popular songs and winning Best Rap Album at the Grammys, despite not really being a rap album. It was met with widespread critical acclaim. Bastard. Tyler's self-produced, self-released 2009 debut album was released just a few months before his 19th birthday. Despite being insanely controversial, it was critically acclaimed and ranked at number 32 on Pitchfork's list of the top 50 albums of 2010. Listening to this, then listening to Igor is crazy. These really are 2 different artists. Goblin. Tyler's 2nd album, Goblin, was his label debut and reached number 5 on the Billboard 200. While controversial, it received much praise from outlets such as Rolling Stone and Pitchfork. In recent years, Tyler hasn't looked back on Goblin very fondly, actually calling it horrible in an interview with GQ. Wolf. On Tyler's 3rd album, he drifted away from the themes like weird and murder and took a different approach, making music that he described as weird hippie music for people to get high to. This album also has a pretty straightforward narrative about the characters Wolf, Sam, Salem, and Tyler's returning therapist, Dr. TC. This is my personal favorite Tyler album. Cherry Bomb. Tyler's 4th album was met with mixed reception amongst fans, many who labeled Cherry Bomb as his worst album. This time around, Tyler experimented with a lot of his sound, and the album was the groundwork for what would become Flower Boy. I think this album is great. I think it gets way too much hate. Odd Future. Odd Future was Tyler's collective, which consisted of himself, Earl Sweatshirt, Frank Ocean, and a plethora of other mentionable names. Originating in 2007, they would go on to be one of the most influential groups in hip-hop. While their status is technically unknown, many fans are aware that we've most likely seen the last of Odd Future as a collective, with members such as Sid and even Tyler himself claiming that the group was no more. Loiter Squad. Odd Future's sketch comedy show Loiter Squad ran on Adult Swim for 3 seasons. It was meant to be a combination of shows like Jackass and The Chappelle Show. Its main cast consisted of Odd Future members Tyler, Earl, Jasper, Taco, and L-Boy. The show also had guest appearances from Mac Miller, Lil Wayne, Snoop Dogg, and more.
I was sucking my daddy when I was 7 years old.
Golf. Golf weighing is Tyler's brand, and at first it was just clothing, t-shirts, sweater vests, sneakers, but Tyler extended his portfolio with things like ice cream, jewelry, and even bicycles. Clancy. Christian Clancy is half of Tyler's management, the other half being his wife Kelly. Tyler said that he considers Clancy his surrogate father, and he's truly gone on to play a bigger role in Tyler's life than just a manager. Wolf and Cherry Bomb documentaries. There are short documentaries that showcase a lot of the behind-the-scenes making of Wolf and Cherry Bomb. They both consist of videos of Tyler creating songs we go on to love, many interviews where Tyler and his friends speak on the unfinished projects, and even previews of songs that didn't make either album. OG Perfect. I'm assuming this refers to the single version of Perfect opposed to the album version that comes after Fucking Young. The album version has high-pitched vocals and no outro, but the single version has its regular pitch and outro by Austin Feinstein? That's probably how you say his name. Sorry if I said that wrong. Aqua/Post Flower Boy remixes. Tyler released Aqua in 2018 as a throwaway song, along with its own music video, typically different from his traditional style at that point. He also would release a series of remixes over the course of a few months, remixing songs like Bring It Back by Trouble, Kids See Ghosts by Kanye West and Kid Cudi, No Validation by Jacquees, Wanna Be Your Man by Prophet, Yes Indeed by Lil Baby, and R.I.P. by Playboi Carti. Grinch EP. Tyler was recruited to make 2 songs for the 2018 movie The Grinch, putting his own spin on the classic Christmas song and creating his own original song for the soundtrack. About 2 weeks after the soundtrack was released, Tyler released an EP titled Music Inspired by Illumination and Dr. Seuss's The Grinch, consisting of 6 new original songs by Tyler. He mentioned that making Christmas music that wasn't too Christmassy was his goal. Track 10. On every album, track 10 is usually a double or triple track. Track 10 on Bastard is VCR and Wheels, Goblin is Fish and Boppin' Bitch. Wolf is the only one with 3 songs, Party Isn't Over, Campfire, and Beamer. Cherry Bomb has Fucking Young and Perfect, Flower Boy has 911 and Mr. Lonely, and Igor has Gone Gone and Thank You. It's a fun little trend. Jimmy Kimmel/David Letterman performances. In 2014, Tyler performed Rusty on David Letterman with Earl and Damo. In 2015, he performed Cherry Bomb and Smuckers on Jimmy Kimmel. He also made his television debut on Jimmy Fallon, performing Sandwiches with Haji in 2011. I feel like that performance is the most notable of the 3 though. Haji beef. During Odd Future's set at Camp Flognaw 2015, Haji called out Tyler on stage, saying that he stayed broke, and got upset with other Odd Future members who thanked Tyler for the invitation to the carnival. Tyler responded to Haji in the middle of his solo set, saying,
"Niggas got me fucked up. I put too many niggas on. I helped too many of my motherfucking friends out, and niggas gonna come foul, and you know who the fuck I'm talking about, nigga." And yes, it's getting real.
Haji responded on Twitter by saying, if it wasn't for Odd Future, where would Tyler be? And think about who built the name Odd Future together as a unit. Now think about who took the first initial shit on Odd Future. The next day, Haji posted a video of him and Tyler doing handstands, insinuating that the problem was resolved. Tina, perm your fucking weave. These are just lyrics from Tyler's song Tina from Bastard. I'm honestly not too sure why this is on here. Wangsap. Wangsap is the name of the collaboration project between Tyler and A$AP Rocky. Although this project doesn't exist, it's been teased for a long time, and fans hope to one day see it happen. The name was first mentioned on What the Fuck Right Now, and then on Who Dat Boy, and appearing as an opening graphic in the Potato Salad video. Tyler has shot down the idea of this album ever happening, but we can all hope it eventually comes to fruition. Earl beef. While never being 100% confirmed, fans speculate that back in 2015, Tyler and Earl weren't on the best terms. Released March 17th on the track Grief, Earl says, 3 months later, in an interview on Hot 97 with Ebro, Tyler had this to say about a certain friend.
I had a friend over the past, I'm not gonna say his name, but over the past 2 months, he's just been acting weird. Found out this nigga had a Xanax problem. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you have every opportunity in the world, and you gonna sit here and fucking pop. Like, why are you doing this?
Then 4 months later, Tyler released the song Fuck It, where he said,
I wish I had a fucking Xanax while I'm so you talk about how deep I am.
Fans speculate that Tyler was talking about Earl, considering the timing and how that May, Tyler had said that Odd Future was no more, with Earl responding saying Tyler was stating the obvious. In November of 2015, about a month after Fuck It was released, Tyler tweeted saying that him and Earl were fine. Wolf Trilogy. The Wolf Trilogy is a theory that Tyler's first 3 albums, Bastard, Goblin, and Wolf, are all connected and tell a full story. The story starts with Bastard, continues with Wolf, and ends with Goblin. The song Sam Is Dead from the Odd Future Tape Volume 2 is also part of the theory, tying it to the end of Wolf and beginning of Goblin. This theory has never been confirmed by Tyler himself, but it's fun to think about. Banned from the UK and New Zealand. This one has always hit a personal nerve. In 2014, Tyler was banned from performing and visiting New Zealand for posing a threat to public order and the public interest. Earlier that year, he was targeted by an Australian feminist group who cited his lyrics from Bastard and his song Troncat from Goblin to try and get him banned. In 2015, he was banned from the United Kingdom because of the content of his lyrics on songs like VCR, Blow, Sarah, Troncat, and French. Tyler said this treatment made him feel like a terrorist. In 2019, the bans were lifted, and Tyler had this to say about his return.
And I want to give a special shout out to someone who I hold dear to my heart who made it where I couldn't come to this country 5 years ago. I know she's at home pissed off. Thank you, Theresa May.
God, I love this man. Fuck It. Fuck It was a Tyler song released just to YouTube addressing the UK and New Zealand controversy, also addressing the mixed reviews on Cherry Bomb, saying his fans don't want him to grow and want him to continue to make the same kind of music he has in the past. Oh boy, I wonder where these people are now. Knowing every Analog, Beamer, and Wheels song. Honestly, I don't know what this means. I'm assuming it means you know Analog 1 and 2, Beamer, the last track out of the triplet track 10 on Wolf, and Wheels, the latter half of track 10 on Bastard. Ace the Creator. Ace the Creator was one of Tyler's earliest rap names because he looked like Ace from Paid in Full. For some years after that, it became his producer alias, but we haven't heard much of it in a couple years.
I went as Ace, and I think I got that in 6th grade. Cause I looked like Wood Harris from Paid in Full,
Right.
and that was it.
Hey
This
man,
Ace?
Jaden Richards. Jaden Richards is a YouTube channel that would upload seemingly official Tyler instrumentals. While these are all remakes that are so damn near close to the original songs, many people speculated that this was actually Tyler. Yellow and For the Time Being. Yellow is the physical exclusive track to Cherry Bomb, featuring Kali Uchis. Don't worry if you don't have the Cherry Bomb CD though, you can find it on YouTube. For the Time Being is another Kali Uchis collab that didn't make Cherry Bomb at all. A live performance of it and its instrumental can be found on YouTube, and part of it can be heard in the Cherry Bomb documentary, Putting Bastard on Streaming. To my knowledge, Tyler has never mentioned interest in putting Bastard on streaming services, considering it's been free ever since its release. It is on Tidal though somehow, I just learned that while writing this script. Steve Harvey. Only thing I could find about this is when Tyler says fuck Steve Harvey at the beginning of Sam is Dead, and Swag Me Out, and at the end of Earl. Tyler said he doesn't really care for Steve Harvey and that it just sounded funny. Tyler's favorite album he's made. Tyler said back in 2018 that Cherry Bomb was his personal favorite of his albums, but he felt that Flower Boy was his best. Considering that was 3 years ago, I can only imagine his favorite is currently Igor, but only he can say for sure. Golf Runway / Catwalk Song and 911. In 2016, Tyler had a golf fashion show in LA where he debuted his latest designs of shirts, pants, jackets, overalls, and much more. The full show is available on YouTube. The Catwalk song used in the first half of the show is the instrumental that would go on to become 911 the following year. Zayn Malik. Back in June of 2016, Tyler uploaded a remix to Zayn Malik's Pillow Talk. When fans asked Tyler if he would ever collaborate with the singer, he replied stating that he wanted to, but he flaked on 2 studio sessions. Tyler also revealed that the song See You Again was originally intended for him. I'm honestly so happy that didn't work out. Boyce Watkins. In 2014, Tyler had the opportunity to direct commercials for Mountain Dew. He created a series of commercials about a goat who drinks Mountain Dew and loves it so much he goes crazy and ends up in jail. Extremely harmless. The author, Boyce Watkins, made a video about these commercials claiming that they were racist because Tyler was depicting black people as criminals. Like, what? What are you even talking about? Tyler was using his friends like L-Boy and Left Brain in a lineup scene, and Boyce Watkins claimed it was one of the most blatantly racist commercials he's ever seen. This scared Pepsi Cola, and they pulled all the commercials and screwed Tyler over. Tyler did recently do a commercial for Coca-Cola, which is killer marketing and kinda hilarious. Very James Gunn-esque.
Fuck that. Fuck Boyce Watkins. You bitch.
Earl Wolf. Earl Wolf was the duo made up of Tyler and Earl. In 2013, Earl had said that they were going to make an Earl Wolf album, but a couple months later, Tyler said that the album would not happen. However, at Camp Flog Gnaw 2016, the two performed an Earl Wolf set together and performed the classic fan favorite songs that featured the two. Second Ward. Another Jaden Richards incident, Second Ward is a YouTube channel of someone that has mastered Tyler's sound. The channel uploads insanely accurate instrumentals and alternate versions of Tyler's songs that sound straight off a Tyler album. People also speculated that this was a burner account of Tyler's, but that's not the case. Alternative Wolf song versions. On Jaden Richards' YouTube channel, there's a playlist of alternate versions of the Wolf album. Most of them are just different intros, but some of them are totally different songs completely. Tyler also previewed a cut verse of the title track in the album's documentary. Origin of his name. Tyler had 3 MySpace accounts. One of them happened to be under Tyler the Creator. That page got the most popular and he ran with it. Yep, that's it. It's kind of funny actually. Old tweets. Tyler used to tweet some pretty outrageous shit. It's no different from the content we would hear in his earlier music, but I digress. Wolf movie. In September 2013, Tyler uploaded a teaser trailer for a movie based off his album Wolf. It looked promising, but that trailer was all we ever got. And 2 years later, in 2015, Tyler confirmed that there was no movie and he just made the trailer out of boredom. Knowing all oldie verses. I'm assuming this is just referring to knowing all the verses on this 10-minute track. There are 9 verses on this song, 2 from Tyler and 1 each from Haji, Left Brain, Mike G, Damo, Frank, Jasper, and Earl. Bloxhead. Bloxhead was one of Tyler's earliest names and YouTube channels. The channel is still up, with its last upload being 11 years ago. I honestly love this channel because I love how we saw this turn into this. Truly amazing. Transylvania. This is the only song on all 6 albums which isn't produced by Tyler. It's produced by Left Brain. What a nice touch. Igor features. I believe this refers to how hard it was to spot some features on Igor when the album first came out. People thought Frank Ocean was on the album, people even thought they heard A$AP Rocky in some places. But a few days later, Tyler confirmed all the features with this picture. The titty videos. I think this is just referring to this video. Yeah, we don't really talk about this. Newsnight interview. You may recognize these memes.
Now, what about your lyrics?
What about them?
What are you saying in your lyrics?
Nothing. Shit to piss old white people off like you.
Is that right?
Okay.
Yeah, they come from this extremely uncomfortable interview. The interviewer was just so rude and clearly had no idea what was going on. I definitely recommend to watch if you haven't seen it. Nuts and Bolts plus the Jellies unreleased songs. There are a bunch of instrumentals that were made for the Nuts and Bolts series that were never released, but actually earlier this month, someone posted a whole soundtrack of oddly accurate remakes. The Jellies intro and outro are available on YouTube as well, despite never being officially released. Dinosaur EP. There's a fan-made compilation mixtape of Tyler Lucy's called the Dinosaur EP. It's not a real release, and the name comes from a song where Tyler says Dinosaur EP coming soon, but obviously that never happened. Hints to his sexuality. When Flower Boy leaked in 2017, one of the major things people latched onto were the lyrics about Tyler being gay. Songs like I Ain't Got Time, where Tyler says he's been kissing white boys since 2004, and Garden Shed, which is a whole song about concealing his sexual orientation, thinking it was just a phase. Even on Fuck It, Tyler has a line about still trying to come out of the closet that he's been hiding in. And with that being said, that's the last entry on this Iceberg. Kind of a short one, but you know, I thought it was fun. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to this guy for the original list. If you'd be so kind, leave a like, leave a comment, share it with your friends, subscribe. I don't care. I'm just having fun.